so proud of the ways he teaches our mama and dad.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys have been perfect to this point, 4-0 to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also unbeaten on the year, so two of the league's best ready to duke it out. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. We just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 54 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established. And
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Intended for number 16.
When you look at this defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Bennett. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert out there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Up the middle they go. Howell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. Turner. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Is a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down, and then some.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Turner. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Operating from the gun. Turner. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll go with the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Turner. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
number 80.
You look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bennett. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Turner. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
Complete to number 81. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Turner. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Turner. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Turner. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
That's another first down. First and goal.
Back to throw. Turner. This will be caught at about the 5. Second and goal from inside the 5.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal. At the 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And goal to go.
Looking to throw. Turner. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
At the 27-yard line.
Second and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 1st down, it's Bennett. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Morgan.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Bennett. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bennett. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
At the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go So roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try to pick it up here and move it forward.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this one is right through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. Turner. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Turner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Operating from the gun, Turner. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
Now Turner from the gun on 3rd down.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD. And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the third down, it's Bennett. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Turner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Howell. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Operating from the gun, Turner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 7.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and then capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Turner. He finds his man, complete. That's Howard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Turner. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Turner. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Turner. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Bennett. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw here.
He'll try to do it himself.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st down, Howell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Turner. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Walden. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
At the 24-yard
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
On first down, it's Rhodes. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, here's the option.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
13-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Walden. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They'll bring us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
3rd and 12.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things, to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Turner. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll run again. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
A drive there of just 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
And incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morgan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Morgan. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brings up 3rd down.
And here's Turner from the gun on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Gain of 18 on the play. And a 1st down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Turner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Complete to number 1. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
They look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his man complete. It's Rhodes. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
26-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Walden able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. He'll try, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Turner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.